Ó, aqui tá, a gente volta com a lote 4, onde a gente conseguiu o que faltava e viemos para o instituto. Bora lá. Ver registro. Ok. Câmera. Pai, olá.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Onde? Então, vamos tentar achar um lugar, mas a gente tem duas coisas pra fazer aqui dentro, né? Instituto, inserir o disco na rede terminal. Enfim, tem que achar o coisa também. Não, é aqui que a gente tem que pôr. Carregar o disco. Stockholm, Josh, Inscreva, Emma, Sully. Disco de varredura de rede, esse é esse? Iniciar. É pra gente entrar aqui? Não, pra cá. Ok. Useless. Meu Deus.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that could wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Exatamente. A gente tem só pra subir. A gente tem... Qual é a coisa melhor pra pôr na cabeça? Percepção, carisma. Isso aqui dá um de carisma. Um de percepção de resistência. Estou usando essa corrente X. Chapéu que dá um de percepção. Isso de carisma. Isso aqui é bem útil, na verdade, né? O que a gente tá usando? 45 e 80. 42, 42, dá 1 de agilidade e 1 de... Voltamos para esse. É ele?
Broken.
Shaun?
Shaun?
Huh? Yes, I'm Shaun.
Shaun? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Shaun.
Father, what's going
It's
on?
me.
What's happening?
I'm your dad.
Você está bem?
Shaun, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Shaun. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me!
Ele está chamando
He's trying to
aquele
kill
cara.
me. Father? Father, help me!
Ele.
Shaun. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Ué, não é um robô?
Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand.
Não é ele?
We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are
Você
emotional
não tem nem ideia.
and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Isso é loucura.
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
Cadê meu filho?
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time,
Oi?
it's me. I am Shaun. I am your son.
Oi?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take.
Não, a gente não sabe quanto tempo a gente ficou congelado, né?
You had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years?
Não, não é.
That is the reality.
Não é
And
difícil.
here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Não foi correto, agora. Por quê?
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At
Pero
that
único.
time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Precisava de espécimes.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting
Não
point,
tinha ninguém mais?
was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone, even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above. Members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me. After discovering records from Vault 111,
Precisava ter matado a mãe junto?
infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had
Tinha recordado nós
crept
três,
into
tá
every
dos três?
other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Sua mãe.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It
Dano
seems her
colateral.
death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say?
Fracassando.
The world is a dangerous place. Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation.
Você não pode ser meu filho de verdade.
Was that. With old age
Você não puxou pra
comes
gente.
regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that
No.
you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that
Sure
I
thing.
turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Porque as pessoas estão criando sintéticos, não pessoas.
They're scared of you, Shaun. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just
Não.
give me time, I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that.
Não.
Doesn't that intrigue you?
Eu tô fazendo isso
Isn't
já.
that what you want?
I won't be a part of this. I can't.
Why? Because of
No.
the reputation of the Institute. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Your institute has done some horrible things.
Yes, well, the world is not what it used to be. What about the people you've aided in order to get here? What atrocities have they committed? The Brotherhood of Steel. They believe they're the only ones fit to control technology.
Por isso que eu não ajudei mais eles só uma vez.
Anyone who opposes them. And you would side with them.
Não.
None have any true claim to nobility in this world. Those days are gone. But we are not the monsters we have been cast at. I simply ask that you give the Institute,
Sem falha a legenda.
me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Não.
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
I'm sorry to hear that. I had certainly hoped we could work together. But every man must make his own decisions. If you choose to leave, I cannot force you to stay. Understand, though, that I cannot allow you to remain within the Institute. You may have safe passage back to the relay, where you will be sent back to the surface. But from that point, you must be considered hostile. I am sorry. I must think first of the safety of the Institute. And in the cruel world that has developed, those who are not with us
Não acredito nisso.
are against us. The elevator will return you to the relay.
Ok.
We need the key.
Mas eu preciso de uma coisa antes. Uma coisa muito simples. Preciso do soro do cara. Mais nada, apenas o soro. Band. Tem duas. Tem B-A-N-O-D. B-A-N-D. A-N. Tem G-A-N. Hang.
I'm through.
Não autorizado. A gente pode tentar roubar o cartão dele.
Don't have the key.
A gente precisa da pesadelo. Sente um stealth boy. E aí? Não dá pra roubar ele? Não.
No way to pick this.
Já que não tinha muita escolha. Pra onde ir. Mas... Bom, a gente pode ficar nesse por aqui. Próximo episódio continua então tentando achar o soro. E se a gente consegue abrir isso aqui? Ou desativar os sintéticos. Bom, antes do próximo episódio então. Muito obrigado e até mais.